I'm going to read the first chapter, which is only 850 words. I'm going to quote H.L. Mencken, The American Language, which Bill referred to before. Published in 1937, the foundational work on the American language. H.L. Mencken said, "The Irish have given American, indeed, very few new words. Perhaps speakeasy, shillelagh, and smithereens exhaust the list." In his 1999 Dictionary of Hiberno-English, a quite excellent book dealing with the English of Ireland, Professor Terence Patrick Dolan wrote the following. He said, "A dictionary of Hiberno-English corroborates the well-known but puzzling fact that so few Irish words have been absorbed into standard English." In December 2000, I was given my first Irish dictionary. It was not a happy occasion. A dear friend of mine, a young friend of mine, Kevin O'Dowd, had died at the age of 37 and left me some Irish books in his will. It was the first thing I'd ever inherited in my life, and it was heartbreaking. I took the box of Kevin's books home with me and showed them to my wife, Claire. One of them was an old folklore polka. That means pocket dictionary in Irish. Folklore, dictionary, polka, pocket. Here it is. And I held the book up for Claire to see. I said, "I got to toss this. The college library's not going to take it. I'm too old to learn Irish. Forget it. I'm going to get rid of it." And Claire said, "Danny, you can't do that. It's a sacred gift from Kevin." And I have been married 25 years, so I occasionally listen to my wife. She says, "Why don't you put it on your nightstand and look up a couple of words every night?" So that's what I did. I took Kevin's little folklore polka and put it next to my bed. And a couple of nights later, I started looking through this little pocket dictionary, and it's much more impressive than it looks. You saw a page just fell out of it. It's much more impressive than it looks. There's 16,000 Irish headwords in here with pronunciations, sentences showing you how to use it. It's an Irish-English section, an English-Irish section, and there's even a small grammar and conjugations of irregular verbs, etc. And after a few days, I began looking. I actually had to take my glasses off to look into the dictionary. It's so small, the print. And I started looking into this dictionary every night before I turned out the light. And then a light went on inside my head. I had a hunch, Irish hunch, perception, intuition, that some of the words and phrases that I'd grown up with as a kid in an Irish-American working-class family in Queens and Rockaway Beach, New York, a Brooklyn family that had moved to Queens, that some of these slang words that I'd learned as a kid in New York in the 1940s and 1950s, words like in Dutch. Anybody know that? When you're in Dutch, you're in Dutch with your mother, in trouble. And there was the Irish word dush, trouble. What? There was another word, say uncle. Anybody know say uncle? Well, I used to hold my little brother in a neck hold. Say uncle, say uncle. I don't do it anymore. He's got 2 black belts. Say uncle, say uncle. I always wonder, why do you say uncle? You don't say aunt, say nephew, you know? Why uncle? And there was the Irish word, spelled A-N-A-C-A-L, pronounced uncle. What does it mean? Mercy, quarter, figuratively, surrender. I said, this is impossible. This happened in a few weeks. Then I saw the word, duking it out. In my family, you never fought with a guy. You were always duking it out. I had an uncle Dookie who made his living duking it out with another slugger. He was a professional prize fighter. They called him Dookie because he made his living duking it out. And there was a word, T-U-A-R-G-A-I-N, pronounced duking. And what does it mean? Hammering, thumping, pounding it out. And then slugger. Origin unknown, like duking. Slugger. And there was a word in an Irish dictionary, S-L-A-C-A-I-R-E, pronounced slugger. Slugger. What's it mean? A mauler, a bruiser. But we also know a slugger can also be a batter, right? In the Irish dictionary, it says secondary meaning, bat or batter, to slug, to bat, to maul, to bruise. This is in a dictionary written in 1901 by Deneen, slugger. Then a couple of other words came up right away in the first few weeks. Snaz and snazzy. When I grew up as a kid, something snazzy or snaz had polish, gloss, luster. I looked in the dictionary, it said snaz. Polish, gloss, luster. Class, origin unknown. Snazzy, adjective, polished, glossy, lustrous, classy, origin, unknown. And I looked in this little pocket dictionary, please go buy one and look, and there was a word spelled S-N-A-S, pronounced snaz. I said, wait a second, the OED just said origin unknown, all these editors making all this money, and I just found S-N-A-S, snaz, meaning exactly what snaz means. And then the adjective, snazzy, meaning polished, glossy, lustrous, in here. Origin unknown.